It's alright, that site. It's a good. You want to try a bit of it?
I can't drink that red wine. I'll have to just open a bottle of vodka, I think.
Well, I mean, you know that works, don't you? It
always works with me, mate.
It goes down well.
Goes down well with me, and it gives me a headache in the morning.
So we're going on now, and a lot of people don't have heard of this band. And a lot of people probably don't remember this song, but this was a group called Curved Air. And they were led... Well, the lead singer, she had a brilliant voice. Her name was Sonia Christina, and it was her name. And they were a prog rock band, and I think they were the first band to use a violin all the time in the music. They also had on keyboards a guy called Francis Monkman, who composed... Remember the film The Long Good Friday?
Yeah.
Well, he composed the music to that. And I remember watching that. Dennis Priestley always used to come out to that music from The Long Good Friday. Well, this song... I just hope everybody enjoys it, because it's a forgotten classic. It's called Backstreet Love by Curved Air.
Backstreet Love, and if I'm lucky tonight, I'll get some Backstreet Love in the entries.
Where are you going? Is it a Northern Soul night tonight?
Yeah, there's a Northern Soul night in
right.
the dog, so
right.
Pop in there.
Yeah.
Ryan's doing the DJing, so it should be a laugh.
There's been all the Northern Soul dancing there. Ladies there with them skirts on the, for...
Well, hopefully, with a bit of luck. I like a bit of Northern Soul, mate. Yeah. Keep the faith, you know what I mean?
Keep the faith, mate,
Like, it's being a Salford fan, innit? Keep the faith.
Keep the faith. So we're now going on to a band. I played quite a bit of these. I did an album dedicated to these a few weeks ago.
Show that, mate. I absolutely loved it.
The Who.
Yeah, and if you've missed any of the shows, let me just tell the listeners, all you have to do is check on Spreaker and go on the Sounds of Salford and just go through the page and you'll pick up Noddy's shows, because Noddy is the most musical knowledge presenter we've got by far, by a country mile on the show.
I'll chase that side. But I'm going to talk now about The Who. If I was to tell you that this song came off their only ever #1 album, the album was called Who's Next, and it's an absolute storm of an album, so it really is good. It's got classics on it: Behind Blue Eyes, Won't Get Fooled Again, and this next one. Now this track Pete Townsend wrote, and it's about two people who influenced him. This Indian guy called Meher Baba and another guy called Teddy O'Reilly.
Yeah.
And basically, he just fused names together
to get into your
and
title.
It's Baba O'Reilly. Now, it's on the studio version. There's a brilliant violin piece, but on stage, Roger Daltrey replicates this with an harmonica, and it's an absolutely, of all the Who songs I've heard, I think this is I don't think they'll ever beat any. This will never be beaten in my eyes. I've mentioned that a couple of times now about my top 10 songs of all time. This is in my top 10 of all time. It's an absolute masterpiece, and I think they nailed this when they played at the concert after 9/11 for the firemen and the police of New York City, and all the New York's finest were dancing in the aisles because Daltrey, Townsend and Entwistle just nailed this. So this one goes out to my good mate Greg Kenyon, a massive Who fan, and also to Dave and Paul Gorton from the Red Lion. So this is Baba O'Reilly.
Exodus is here.
vintage music on yet for our mate Trev. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to dig one out from 1971 for him.
All right.
And we'll stick it on right at the end.
Well, okay, yeah.
As we know Trev listens to this show with his kinky boots on.
Well, I'm sure you'll find something suitably awful for him that Liam will like. And the sad thing is, though, he genuinely likes.
Yeah.
It really does like it, you know, and
the worst song we can find from.
And he'll like it. He will like it. I guarantee you.
Well, don't worry, Trev. I'll be finding you one shortly.
Right, so we're moving on now to another.
I know for a fact you're going to love this band, mate.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
going to speak about this band with passion.
Yes, well, I did a show on these in August, I believe. When I go in the line every Sunday, I always talk, you know, Jed, don't you? Big Jed Galbraith's.
Of course, yeah.
You
Massive
big
Salford fan.
Salford fan, yeah.
Salford fan.
Well, Jed is also the ultimate rocker.
Is it?
Oh, God, yeah.
Would you?
Jed's been to Donington that many times, and he tells tales about, and they're funny.
Well, next time I speak to Jed, I'm going to have a good chat with him about music.
You know, well, he does know his stuff. I went to see Sabbath with Jed.
Why don't we get him in one night?
Well, I'll ask Jed. Jed, if you're going to listen, there's the offer's out there for you, mate.
We'll talk about rock and roll one night.
You know, well, I went to see Sabbath with Jed 3 years ago. You know, and they put in a great concert. We'll talk about Sabbath later on.
Yeah.
But now, obviously, I'm talking about Led Zeppelin. Now, 71, I reviewed this album a few weeks ago. They brought out Led Zepp 4.
Yeah.
And this song, we didn't cover on that session. But this song's called Black Dog. And there's a rather amusing tale. Because this song is about... Well, what they did was they recorded this album at a place called Headley Grange in Hampshire. And Robert Plant swears by this, that there was a black dog, a black Labrador Retriever, hanging around the grounds. And he was an old dog, but he still was quite frisky.
Yeah.
And what he used to do, there was an old lady who lived nearby, and the dog would get quite frisky with it. You know what Labradors are like, Simon?
Yes.
And, you know, so Robert Plant and Jimmy Page saw this, so they wrote a song. I don't think, you know, it's not really about that, but that's Robert Plant swears that's what happened.
Has convinced himself.
You know, well, Labradors like that, apparently. So, this one's for you, Jed. A bit of I wouldn't call it heavy metal. This is hard blues for you, Jed. It's Black Dog by Led Zeppelin.